My name is Drew Oman. I'm a tutor and tutor trainer with Reed Santa Clara. And in this video, I'd like to introduce the vowel contrasts in English. There's another video that covers all of the vowels, but over the years, we've discovered that some of our learners have difficulty hearing the difference between some of the vowels and pronouncing the vowels correctly. And this is important for reading aloud, that they say them correctly, and hearing and understanding them correctly, because all of these differences carry meaning. So today we're going to be looking at a subset of the vowels and the contrasts between them. So the vowels are shown here in a portion of the sound spelling chart, which is a chart I developed for the program. And it shows the vowel letters and marked up to show the sounds that they make, and then simple words that show how the vowels appear in spelling in actual words. The long vowels are usually not that big of a problem. If you can say the alphabet in English, you can say these vowels. They're sometimes called the name sounds. So A, E, I, O, U, as in bake a bacon, E, me, I, ivy, O, no, or only, and U, human. So these usually don't give our learners too much difficulty. It's the short vowels that we're going to focus on in this video, and they're the relative sounds. They're related to these same letters, but they're the sound that this letter makes when it's just the one letter followed by a consonant. So a, hat, bed, if, hot, up. So these are the key ones that we're going to explore in this video. This is the same information as the preceding slide, but the vowels are presented in a different format. So this chart, the higher it is on the chart, the higher the jaw is. The mouth is almost closed up at the top. And as it goes down, the jaw drops down and the tongue will follow it. So as the mouth gets wider open, the tongue goes further down in the mouth. There's another position about the tongue that's important, whether front or back, and we'll explore that in a moment. And then a third position that's important, which doesn't show up on this chart, is the lips. So looking at the organs of speech that are related to the production of the vowels, we're looking at the jaw, and that's this. And if it's high up on that chart, the mouth is almost closed, E. And then if it's down, as the jaw opens, the bottom one is ah, and the jaw is down and the tongue is down. The tongue itself can move forward or back, and that's here. If the tongue is towards the front of the mouth, it's over here, and if it's towards the back, we're not going to look at those today, but if it's in the middle, it's in the middle of the chart. And then finally, the lips get involved, and not in the cutaway version, but in the corners of the mouth. So the jaw, the question on position of the jaw is it up or down? Is it nearly closed? Is it wide open? On the tongue, is it towards the front of the mouth or the back? And the lips, are your lips tense, stretched? And this is the corners of the mouth. It's almost a little smile, E. So the top one on that chart, E. The corners of the mouth pull back. And the contrast is, are the lips relaxed? So the contrasts are the vowels. Again, we have this mini chart here. We've got the vowel sound in a column and an example word from the sound spelling chart. And then we're looking at the position of the jaw, the position of the tongue, and tenseness. Are the lips tense? Do the corners of the lips pull back? So let me see if this works. So the first sound here, E, is high. The jaw is nearly closed. It's the higher of the high pair of sounds. The tongue is in the front, E, E, and the corners of the mouth pull back. Me, E, me. And the contrasting sound is the one immediately below it in this chart, I, if. So you'll see here, it's still high, but it's a little bit lower. The mouth opens a little bit further. It's still front. The important difference here, apart from the opening of the mouth, is the corners of the mouth relax. So it's what's called a lax vowel. So E, me, I, if. E, I, E, I. So you can't really see my tongue, but you can see the corners of my mouth and you can see the jaw, right? Then the next one is a name sound, a long sound. So we're going to skip that one. And then the next one we're going to look at as a contrast is the short E, as in bed. So it's the lower mid. So there's high, mid, and low on this side of the chart. They're all front. These three are all front. And this one remains lax, okay? So I, if, bed. I, if, bed. So you'll notice the jaw opens more. There's a bigger difference because we skipped A, right? So E, not much difference. I, more difference. And that's the biggest difference that's going to control the sound. If you don't make enough difference in the opening of your mouth, we won't be sure which sound you're trying to make. Okay, then the next contrasting sound is the short A, as in hat. You'll notice it's down pretty low in the chart. It's still front. So it's the higher of the two low vowels. Hat, hat. Tongue is still front. It's still on this side, but you'll notice it's tense. So the corners of the mouth pull back just a tiny bit. So it's a little higher and the corners are lax. Bed, hat. See what's going on? Can't really see the tongue too much. But those are the primary differences that will control which of those two vowels we hear. Then is the first mid vowel. So the jaw is as wide open as it's going to get in producing a vowel. If a doctor or a nurse asks you to open your mouth and say this is that sound. And it is important that you open your mouth pretty wide. Some of my learners have a little shyness about opening their mouth that wide. And if you don't, we don't hear that vowel. We hear a different vowel. So hot, hot. And you'll notice not only the jaw, but the corners are lax and the tongue just follows the jaw down. So it's in the lowest low position. And then finally, the short U sound, And it's all the way down here on the graph, on the chart, because all of these things that are affected by R got stuck in the space. Is really up in the middle. It's not front, it's not back, it's not high, it's not low, it's just neutral. Okay, so it's middle low. That doesn't show up on the chart. It's in the middle of the mouth, not forward, not back. And the corners of the mouth are relaxed. So corners of the mouth relaxed. Okay, so those are the contrasts that we wanted to go through in this video. I hope they're clear. Please feel free to, as you watch the video again, stop the video at any point, practice in front of a mirror, see if you can make your mouth look like what I'm doing. And I'd like to thank you very much for your kind attention, for watching and listening, and I hope this helps.